Some places don't just sit on your bucket list, they stay in your mind for years. For me, Australia was one of those places. A country so far away, it almost didn't feel real. But the closer I got to this trip, the more I realized this wasn't just about travel. This was about curiosity, adventure, and maybe reconnecting with the part of myself that still believes the world can surprise me. So today, we're heading down under. Not just to see Australia, but to feel it. After one of the longest flights of my life, I finally landed in Sydney. And honestly, the first feeling wasn't excitement, it was disbelief. Because after seeing a place online for so many years, actually standing there feels different. The air feels different, the light looks different, even the energy of the people feels different. Then suddenly, there it was, the Sydney Opera House, one of the most famous places in the world. But somehow, seeing it in person felt emotional. Not because it was a building, but because it represented something bigger. Proof that dreams can become real places. Sydney feels alive. The ferries slicing through the harbor, street musicians echoing through Circular Quay, people jogging near the water like this view is normal. Meanwhile, I'm standing here thinking, how is this even real? Then came Bondi Beach, and this is where Australia started feeling different. Back home, life moves fast. Everybody's rushing. Everybody's stressed. But here, people slow down. They breathe. They sit by the ocean without looking at their phones every 5 seconds. And for the first time in a long time, I slowed down too. That's the thing nobody tells you about bucket list trips. Sometimes they don't just change your location. They change your mindset. But nothing, and I mean nothing, prepared me for the Great Barrier Reef. People describe it as beautiful, but beautiful doesn't even begin to explain this place. The moment I entered the water, everything became quiet. No traffic, no notifications, no pressure, just silence and color. Thousands of colors. It honestly felt like floating through another planet. And in that moment, I realized something. Modern life makes us forget how incredible Earth actually is. We spend so much time staring at screens that we forget places like this still exist. And maybe that's why travel matters. Because sometimes the world reminds you how small your problems really are. You know, before this trip, Australia was just a place on my bucket list. But somewhere between Sydney Harbour, the Great Barrier Reef, and the silence of the outback, it became something more. This trip reminded me that life isn't supposed to be lived only through routines. We're supposed to explore, to wonder, to feel uncomfortable sometimes, to stand in places that make us feel small, because those moments remind us we're alive. Australia didn't just give me memories, it gave me perspective. And honestly, that may be the greatest souvenir of all. So if Australia is on your bucket list, don't wait forever. Because the world is still full of places capable of changing you. And maybe Down Under is one of them. What place on your bucket list would change your life the most? Comment below. And if you enjoyed this journey, subscribe for more cinematic bucket list adventures around the world.